Hello, welcome to Cooking with Deep Bluelazor, a brand new cut section from her daily vlog where you get to learn how to make the thing that she made for lunch.
Yeah, I need more colored ink in case you can't tell. Yeah, very, very discreet. All right. So we're making a mini lasagna today, Otis. We're making a mini lasagna. You love lasagna. Oh, all right. So first of all, we are going to heat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for our mini lasagna. Mini lasagna. All right. Just going to turn it to 350. Stay on. Perfect. Here are already boiled water. This is all a part of my genius plan. If I use my electric kettle, it boils the water faster. And then I don't have to wait as long on that to get it boiling before putting in the noodles. I am big smart. All right, so I measured out the stuff I need for the meat sauce, aside from the meat itself. I'll get to that in a moment. Otis is over there eating up a storm. I don't know if the mic will even pick that up. You're doing great, bud. You're doing great. I'm very proud of you. Yeah, you having fun over there? He's such a good boy. We're truly spoiled by him. And he's very spoiled too. Yeah. As evidenced by the fact that we let him scream all day.
Hello, editor Deep Bluelazor here. I was genuinely hoping that I wouldn't have to be doing the sitting down at my computer and recording the recipe in front of a microphone, but the lapel mic that I was using that day, after I praised the bird, it decided to sound like I was possessed by a demon. So here we are. Alright, so after you got your boiling water with the noodles cooking away in there, you want 2 lasagna noodles, by the way. Yes, I pronounce lasagna as lasagna. We're then going to get a medium-sized skillet and put it over medium heat. And we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on there. You're not going to need a lot, just enough to just have a layer of olive oil on your skillet. Once that is done, we're then going to add a half a cup of chopped onions onto your skillet. And we're going to saute those bad boys for a few minutes until they're all translucent. Once that's done, we're then going to add 1 garlic clove that has been minced onto our onions. I have a container of pre-minced onions, so I just did a tablespoon of that. And we're just going to cook for about a minute, just stirring occasionally on that. Once that is done, we're then going to cook 8 ounces of meat. That is 8 ounces of ground beef, by the way, on our skillet. You're going to want to move everything around, make sure the meat breaks up into little bitty pieces. And we're just going to keep working away at that until everything is brown. There is absolutely no pink in the meat. Once we are done cooking the meat, we're then going to reduce the heat to low and stir in about a half a cup of tomato sauce. Once you have stirred that in, from here, you can add some seasoning to it, whatever sparks your interest. In the moment, I added a few drops of doTERRA's Italian blend, which I honestly love adding that thing to just any sauce that I can. Unfortunately, it's only available during their holiday product lines. So if you don't have that, you can do a little bit of dried oregano, basil, and thyme. That'll be pretty good. Or if you have their oil counterparts, you're going to want to pop the orifices off and do just like a toothpick swirl of each one. You're going to want to use 3 different toothpicks for that, okay? We don't want oils mixing together, and we definitely don't want any tomato sauce getting in our oils. But once all of that is done, we're just going to let our mixture simmer for about 3 minutes and then turn off the heat. While all of this is going, we're going to prepare our ricotta mixture. In a small bowl, we're going to take 3/4 cups of ricotta cheese and just mix it with 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. By the time this is all done, your noodles should be ready to go. They should be nice and floppy instead of firm and dry. So we're just going to very carefully scoop those noodles out, and I just set them on a plate, but you can put them on whatever you want. Immediately after, we are going to be putting it into the baking dish. So, speaking of the baking dish, before we put the noodle in, because I'm very scrambled right now, we are going to put a thin layer of tomato sauce on the bottom of our baking dish. I ended up dumping all the tomato sauce into the meat sauce because I could, and then just put a little bit of the meat sauce on the bottom. But you guys do what you want. This is an easygoing cooking show. Anyway, once we got our thin layer of tomato sauce or the meat sauce, we're then going to put half of the noodles on there. So we're going to put both noodles on there, but like half of them is going to drape outside of the baking dish. Once we have accomplished that, we're then going to put half of the remaining meat sauce on top of those noodles and spread them about. Then we're going to do the same for the ricotta mixture. Half of the ricotta on top of the meat, spread it about, and then we're going to put some shredded mozzarella cheese on top of that. I basically just did a handful on there, but you can just go nuts. Put as much mozzarella cheese as you desire. But once that's done, we're then going to fold the noodles on top of there, as shown in the video. And then we're going to pour the remaining meat sauce on top of that, followed by the remaining ricotta cheese, followed by another handful of the mozzarella, and then we're just going to shake some Parmesan cheese on top of that. After that, I kind of felt like it, and I added like about a spoonful of Italian bread crumbs and just sprinkled that on top. It turned out really good. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But once our lasagna is assembled, we're then going to bake it in the oven for 30 minutes. By this point, your oven should already be preheated. So we're going to bake that sucker for 30 minutes or until the cheese on top is melted and all bubbly. Once that is done, you're just going to take it out of the oven, put it on a cooling rack, and just let it cool down for a few minutes before serving. This recipe does say that you can then eat it yourself. It just does 2 servings, but I don't eat that much lasagna. It fills me up very quickly. So I ended up cutting it into quarters and sharing it with my family. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and comment. If you actually ended up making this, please tell me what you think of it and how it turned out for you. But in any way, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! He found the golden spot. Nope. He's still figuring it out. He's a happy boy. He's a very happy boy. We're going to zoom in on the happy boy. Look at that happy boy go. I know this is what your fans live for. Sometimes I give him spaghetti that has tons of sauce on it just to see his beak get covered in sauce. It's so fun. Yeah, it's fun. Alright, I'm gonna go eat now, okay?